You may have seen this stunning footage of a fire-nado that was caught on camera in the Australian outback by independent videographer Chris Tangi. This amazing video also caught the eye of our old pal Al Gore, and it seems the self-proclaimed protector of the planet and his office have been putting pressure on Tangi to license his breathtaking footage in order to push their baseless global warming agenda on the rest of us. Well, Sean recently sat down with the man behind the video in question, and he tells us why he said not so fast to the former vice president.
And joining us now is Chris Tangi. Chris, welcome to Hannity. Thanks for being here.
Thank you very much, Sean.
All right, let's take a look, and we'll show this fire tornado, and maybe while we're showing it, you can explain to everybody what this is.
Okay, it's actually called a fire whirl, but this was incredible in its intensity and the length of time it went for. It's an amazing thing that I just happened to be nearby in the middle of nowhere, and it just appeared in front of me while I was filming something else. Just happened to be rolling a television camera on a smaller fire, and then this thing happened 300 yards away.
Well, let's get the Al Gore portion of this in. Al Gore, his office, writes you a letter. Tell us what was in the letter.
Okay, they asked to use they wanted to license the footage for it for what they said was Al Gore's climate presentations for the next 5 years on environmental topics, in inverted commas. And I sort of knew what that was, and I thought, well, hang on, I better do some research on this, and I did, and I asked them several questions, and I just said, you know, basically, I just can't allow it because it just wouldn't be telling the truth, basically.
It was clear you felt if he got a hold of the footage, which, by the way, he was going to purchase from you for, what, a 5-year licensing fee at a pretty significant amount of money?
That's right, absolutely, yeah. Yeah, we never got to the money because I basically, you know, on principle, said no.
Explain what the principle was for you. What did you fear that he was going to do with this?
Well, for me, you know, the more research I did, and not just on Mr. Gore, but just generally with the whole climate change thing, it looks to me like there's a lot of non-science going on, dressed up as science, and there's a lot of, in fact, science itself seems a little bit corrupt in some ways. There's a lot of money involved, there's a lot of ego involved, there's a lot of agendas involved, and I didn't want to become part of those agendas. I thought it was time somebody, even a little guy in the middle of the outback, said something, and while I've got the chance to do that, I will.
You even said, to be honest, in terms of global warming, climate change presentation, it is difficult for me to imagine a fire event less relevant. Now, that was your original letter back to the vice president's office, but apparently you felt they were coming in the back door afterwards. They wanted this video of yours so bad.
Yes, about a month later I got contacted again by another Al Gore organisation, not directly from the office, but they were doing a thing called Climate Reality Project, which has just concluded, I think, a 24-hour internet broadcast. And they approached me in saying that they wanted to use it as part of an internet broadcast on environmental topics and so on. And I realised again that, you know, once I did some research on the Climate Reality Project, this was another Al Gore thing, and the producer, was obviously trying to get it for the Al Gore organisation, yeah.
There's a lot of politics now surrounding all of this, which is frustrating. You actually talked about there's a very unique set of circumstances, which, I mean, this is fascinating video. I could watch this for an hour. But there's a very unique set of circumstances that allowed this to happen. Explain what they are.
That's right. It was absolutely specifically localised to that area. That fire had actually already been going for 10 days. Apparently it was set by somebody, an arsonist, 10 days before, and it had been let run because in the outback there's no one to hurt, so there's not much you can do about it. But it got onto this guy's cattle station or cattle ranch, and he'd been protecting this massive mesa there called Mount Connor. For 55 years they'd been on that place because they wanted to protect that environmental habitat. So this particular grass called Spinifex, which is full of oils and resins, is incredibly flammable and burns extremely hot. So when it hit this particular patch of Spinifex, it created incredibly intense heat at the base, which actually created its own weather, if you like, and created these massive pillars of fire. So it was actually created by the fire, not even really a dust devil. It was created by the fire, so let alone anything regionally or globally climate-based. Absolute rubbish.
I thought that was a pretty gutsy decision of you, and I want to thank you for sharing the video and not selling it to Mr. Gore. If he uses it, will you go after him?
Yeah, I guess I'll have to, Sean. I mean, there's no way he has the rights to use it. I've made that very clear twice now, and I certainly would not be allowing it. I've had other organisations contacting me around the world, some very big ones, and none of them have even suggested they want to use it in a climate change context or climate disruption or whatever it's called this week.
Yeah. All right. Chris, thanks so much for being with us, and fascinating video that you captured, and we appreciate you being here.
Thank you very much, Sean.